Hello everyone, welcome back here to the channel. It's great to be here. My name's Scott, and today I'd like to work on keep it simple. Keep it simple, which I mean is simplified English. Actually, in next month, I'm going to have at this fine institution where I am right now, I'm going to have a class focusing on that, to simplify it, keep it simple. Because truthfully speaking, students, English learners sometimes say too much. You can keep it much shorter, especially for answers. Keep it simple is a very good way to go. Now, I don't mean just to say yes, no, fine, good, thank you. But what I mean is not to necessarily to make a unnecessary long answer, and to keep it simple and to say something much more concise and to the point. That's what I want to focus on in this episode for today. Thank you very much for being here. Let me get us started first on just the question, not the question words, but the yes/no type of answers. Now, the key thing is to listen for the first word in the question, because that'll be repeated for the most part in the answer. So it's very simple. Do you? You are asked, do you? Answer, yes, I do. No, I don't. Are you? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Didn't they? Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Can't he? Yes, he can. No, he can't. And notice that just the short answer there is fine. I'll give you a full question, for example. Are you busy? Yes, I am. Do you like sushi? Yes, I do. Can you speak French? No, I can't. You just keep it short in those answers. So you have your yes or no, subject in that case, if it's you, I, or he, or they, and the word that was asked. So, do you? Yes, I do. Can you? Yes, yes, I can. Do they? No, they don't. Okay? Just keep those answers short, which is good, which is best. Now, sometimes students may get confused on a type of tag question. Now, I've done tag questions previously, but I just want to do it in the part of this whole keep it simple format that I'm working on here right now. So, you aren't hungry, are you? If you're asked, you aren't hungry, are you? You just had lunch 2 hours ago. You aren't hungry, are you? To respond just with a yes or no can be a little bit confusing. I'm not sure exactly what the person means by that yes or no only. You aren't hungry, are you? Yes. Yes, you are hungry. Or yes, you're not hungry. It can be a little bit confusing. Or no, I'm not hungry. Or no, you're wrong, I am hungry. So you have to be careful. The yes, no, just not enough there. Now, you don't have to say it too long on the response as well. So you aren't hungry, are you? Yes, I am hungry. No, I'm not hungry. Now, grammatically, it's not a mistake, but it's not necessary to repeat everything that was asked to you. So, yes, I am hungry. No, I'm not hungry. Just keep it short. So, you aren't hungry, are you? Yes, I am. That means I'm hungry. No, I'm not. That means I'm not hungry. So, let's keep those answers short. They're concise, and they're to the point, and they're highly understandable. So, you aren't hungry, are you? Yes, I am. You aren't hungry, are you? No, I'm not. Okay, keep the answers short. Now, sometimes you don't necessarily have to answer exactly the word that is used in the first word of that question. Now, example that will work is, do you understand? Yes, I do. That's fine. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Now, if you're asked something, for example, are you from the U.S.? Now, you can give the yes or no first, and if it's a no situation, you can give the correction as well. So I don't have to repeat, no, I'm not. Let me give you an example then. So, are you from the U.S.? No, I'm from Canada. Okay, and you got the correction in there. So first, no, and the mistake of, I'm not from the U.S., not a mistake in that case, but to negate the idea that I am from the U.S., and where I do actually come from. So, are you from the U.S.? No, I'm from Canada. Do you live in a house? No, I live in an apartment. So you give the If it's a yes answer, just yes, I am. Are you from the US? Yes, I am. Are you from, do you live in a house? Yes, I do. But if the idea is different, then you just give the accurate information after the no. So, are you from, do you live in Shibuya? No, I live in Takadanobaba. Okay? Like that. So the no and the correct information to follow. So you don't have to use yes, I am or no, I don't. You can give the correct information to follow that. Okay? Keep it simple that way, to the point, make it clear. Now, one more thing I want to do here is the word often. So, if the question is, do you often take walks? That's the yes, I do or no, I don't. That's fine. Now, you can also give the information after the no. If it's not often, that's the response. So, often take walks. Sounds like it may. Do you often take walks? Maybe a couple times a week or, several times a month. So, do you often take walks? No, only once or twice a year. Okay, and give the accurate information. No, only once or twice a year. That's a yes-no question. Do you? Now, sometimes the question word may come in with often. How often? So, notice the response here. How often do you take walks? Incorrectly would be a no there. So, how often do you take walks? No, only once or twice a year. Now, the no is not necessary because that is not a yes-no question. That would be a mistake being made on the answer. So, correctly, how often do you take walks? Only once or twice a year, simply as the response. So, differentiate. It's a yes-no question. Yes or no is a response. Do you? Are you? Can you? Did they? Were they? Is she? Was she? And the question word, how, which I use there, when, where, which, how many, how much, why. And that type of question with a question word does not have a yes or no in the answer. So be careful on differentiating and the often part. So how often do you take walks? Only once or twice a year. Do you often take walks? No, only once or twice a year. Okay, everybody? Hope you got it well. If not, you can ask me something below. Comment as well. And subscribing if you haven't already. So remember, everyone, try to keep it simple. Sometimes the responses or the words, that many, are not necessary. Okay? We'll be back here again soon, everyone. Thanks for watching and keep up the great work.